I have been a busy bear, in case you couldn't tell. I have 4 librarian villagers, 1 fletcher, and a fully maxed out farmer. But let me show you what I've been up to. So we obviously now have iron golems rolling around the area. I've been trying to get rid of them for a nice source of iron, however that's not been as handy as I thought. I also have an anvil, which is a very good thing, because we've been getting books left, right and centre from the villagers. We now have a mending book, protection 4, silk touch and fortune 3, which is really good books. We've also got flame and infinity on one of the librarians. I don't know what you've got. You're the flame one. There we go. And look at that absurd price for Frostwalker too. I also made a few extra farms down here just to get crops a little bit quicker. And I've been working super hard to get loads of emeralds, but I keep spending them, which happens quite a lot. I also finally started decorating the outside of the place. I have actually got an idea for the inside of the building. I'm thinking like a little library mixed with a coffee shop kind of thing. I think that'd be really cute. But I've also got this little fence just so that the villagers don't escape. I did originally have stairs, as you might remember, but unfortunately the baby villagers kept on escaping, and so I had to come up with a better way to make sure that they couldn't escape. And I noticed that there was a little book up here in an item frame, and I've not really read it yet, so I don't know what it could be. And it looks like the requests for books is already coming in. I did actually manage to make a sale to someone else, and I did manage to get 2 diamonds for it. It was a silk touch book that I sold. I got 2 diamonds for that. I am going to be rich this season, I think. As you know, me and the villagers are a little bit best friends now, but I kind of want to show you a little problem that's been occurring. It's not the fact that we've got an iron golem in there, or the fact that we have multiple iron golems roaming these hills, although I don't know where most of them are at the moment. It's this. You step into the nether portal and there are loads of iron golems on the other side. There's at least 6 over here at the moment. I need to communicate with the others to figure out a way as to how to deal with them. It could just be a very sloppy iron farm, but I think we need to come up with a more permanent fixture for this. As you know, Spoopy left me a book and quill asking for 2 mending books, which is completely a-okay to do. And I have organised my books over here, so we've got protection 4, fortune 3, silk touch and mending. We've got 2 to the side for whenever I find out where Spoopy's base is. But I also borrowed a few bits of wool from Dot. And so, I want to give Dot a present to say thank you. So I think Dot is currently at her base, which is just over here. I know that that's her ice cream truck banner shop thing, and I think she's actually in it at this exact moment. So if I just sneak around to her base... One of the trades one of my villagers wants is 5 squid ink for an emerald, and I want to see how good of a trade that is. Oh, we got loads then. Awesome. Let's go look at this trade. Oh, we can't do the trade because all the villagers are asleep. I think that villager just grew up as he was asleep. Does that mean this one's going to do exactly the same? I don't know, but it means that I get to sleep now as well. Is it you? Yes. Whoa, that's a good trade. Gee whiz, that's a good one. Although this might end up being like feather falling and I end up regretting it. Oh my god, okay. I will take that. Unbreaking... That was nowhere near as painless as I thought it was going to be. Or painful. So what I'm going to do is going to chop down some logs, make a few trades and get that one locked in. There we go. That's Unbreaking 3 locked in as a trade. That is a really good price as well. I'm very happy about that. So that little villager you see here in front of me, he is now being let loose due to the fact that I have spent the past 2 or 3 hours trying to get efficiency 5 and he's been giving me bad trades. He's also walked in front of my eggs multiple times, which means that any trades that we do have now are heavily priced. I've got a plan for him and he's not going to like it, but you know what, tough luck, this is what happens when you misbehave. My first thought was just straight away killing him, but I didn't think that would be satisfying enough as a punishment. So instead, I've thought of something far better for him. He is now Sherbet the President's attorney. You ain't coming back with me, buddy. I gave you a chance. Look, final chance. to be an efficiency 5 librarian. $52 base emeralds 4, projectile protection 4. You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm leaving you here. Goodbye. I am going to do a bit of general reorganizing and just move this lectern down there. I think I'm going to have all the workstations along here if I can. Oh, look, it's got a poppy!
Kill it.
I've already killed quite a few. I didn't want to get the villagers either. I wait until they all go to sleep and then I kill the iron golems.
I was going to say, if you hit that now, that's a horrific accident.
Oh, I know. I think I can sort of manage to get a path snaking in, because I was going to add some more, like, of those little farm things just dotted up and down the hill.
Yeah.
Because I think that'd be quite sweet, and then I'd have, like, a winding path between it. Might end up being, like, a bear completely redoing this entire hill. Where are you taking that llama off to?
The boat has sunk. It's a sunken boat.
Oh, yeah!
See?
Oh, I can't put that back now.
I think he's a permanent feature.
Unless we just break the boat. So now what are you going to do with it? Take it to the president or something?
Yeah, I'm going to leave it in with the president.
Oh, God. Because why... they're going to be confused enough as it is, because there might be a little villager in there.
He's not a little villager anymore, Bear.
No, I know. Oh, are you going to leave it at dot space, or is it going to be the camp? Oh my God. You know what we got?
What?
We could dangle it above the campfire.
You have leads?
Got that one.
Oh, Bear.
Poor little llama. This is why you use an axe and not a sword. Really? Really? How long does the llama stay mad?
Until I log off and back on.
But Spoopy's books, where are they? Here and here. Oh, that's a cute little camper van. Who made that? I love this. I'll plonk that there. So there you go. 6 diamonds for those 2 books. It might seem like a lot, but it actually is pretty fair pricing. But it'll be less threatening if I put a heart in the message. Not every book is gonna be the same price. Some things will be the same price though. We really need to get on with creating this pathway up to my base. That might be a stream thing. I might just take this whole mountain apart, and I don't think anyone would be mad. It's only gonna be a spawn base, but at some point I am gonna have to trade. Find a way to get all the books that I need. 'Cause I'm about to be rich, rich, rich. As long as I get these books, books, books. So I've been talking about the fact that I need to change how the cliff looks just to make it easier to get up to my base. So I think I'm going to give that a go. And hopefully in the next clip you will see that my base actually has a path leading all the way up to it. That or there's going to be a massive hole. One of the two. I have been a very busy bee. Let me show you what I've been up to. Because for once it's not been villager trading. So we did a bit of mining, mined out the chunk, and I've now started on possibly the most chaotic looking path. Let me show you what I mean. I know it looks kind of unsensical here. Unsensical, is that the word? Nonsensical. So let's say you've just spawned in, you're next to the llama and you see this, but you're not going to see this because most of this is going to be cliff face instead that you're going to see. And then some of these are going to be slabs, some of it is just going to be cobblestone. But we're going to be able to fit in some sort of little farm plots like I've got up there. And I think I'm going to be able to sneak one in on top over here. But as you continue to wind up the path, this is going to be kind of covered up. So the cliff is going to sort of return, but it's going to be a not hollow shell. So this is going to be all inside, which means I'm going to need to just sort out some lighting. but it's quite a winding path. But I've got an idea as to what I can do for the lighting as well as the path. And then you end up, and this path here is going to be outside of the cliff. So this little bit here is going to be inside of the cliff. And this bit is going to be outside, and there's going to be like support fences holding it to the cliff. And then it just winds up and it ends up neatly here. And hopefully this bit won't be there. Because the plan is to remove these two pieces here. And that's the entrance into the coffee shop. And hopefully the villagers won't be in there. My idea is that we're now going to do like a kind of magical feeling bookshop. And I don't mean Harry Potter magic. I mean like Mary Poppins magic. So things might be upside down. There might be clutter everywhere. But I really quite like that idea. So that's what we're going to be going for. You might remember that we had a massive chunk missing from in front of our base, and we were redesigning that cliff. And then I added in a bit of a spirally staircase. I have done a little bit of terraforming and I have made it look pretty good. And not only have I done that, but I've also gone around and started to light up spawn so that people don't die when they respawn. So you can already see a bit of the mountain, but you can definitely see that spawn is a lot more lit up. So hopefully, you know, we don't have as many skeletons. I still need to add in the supports to the bridge. I think I'm going to go for oak fences with that. I'm not entirely sure. I might have cobblestone walls at the bottom, just as an extra bit of support on the corners. I'm not sure. The inside isn't too admirable to look at, and I do need to put dirt on top of that so it doesn't look too weird, because at the moment it does look pretty weird. So it's still spiraling up, but it's still quite an empty space in here, so I need to do something with it. And here is the part of the path that's just coming out of the cliff and ends up at the very beginning of my shop. I need to replace these two blocks with a bit of cobble. It definitely looks a lot better than it did before. One bit I think I love the most about this path though is the very top bit here. It's just a really nice beautiful curve that leads directly to my base, which is exactly what the intention was. And as it becomes night, you can see everything starting to light up just a little bit. And you can see there's still a few pieces that need to be lit up. And whilst I've not been trading with the villagers, that hasn't stopped people from asking for a request. And the next request for an enchanted book is looting 3, so I'm going to have to try and get that in the future. Although it took me a long time to get efficiency 5. But first, we are heading all the way over to Timber's base because he asked for 5 mending books. Ooh, this is nice. Okay, so let's leave these books here. Let's make it into a sort of smiley face, if we can. Oh, we can't. Okay. Actually, no. Let's do that. There we go. That is 5 mending books for Timber. And I'm going to head back home. Gotta throw the egg. Yeet. Oh, is this his mailbox? Oh, now I find it. Oh, well. He'll be able to find the chest. Is it going to be a giant shrimp? I think that's going to be a shrimp. It makes sense with the sectioning and also the water. This definitely works far better as a path as to what it used to be.
Yeah, don't go through the portal right now.
Is it the iron golems again?
Did you dig a pole? I didn't even fall in it. I saw it and jumped over it.
No,
Really?
I walked here and a ghast shot at me instantly, so I was spamming my pickaxe, and because I have efficiency, it just broke it.
I logged on one day after I received a few messages from him, and he was like, oh, by the way, there might be a portal by your base. And I was like, okay. And sure enough, there was. And it was one that he had made.
There are so many iron golems.
So, we have the other island over here.
Yes.
This way. The bridge. The only building actually been built here at all. Did you fall off the bridge?
No, I went an alternative route.
Google Maps misled you, huh?
I think you missed the jump just a tad.
I was trying to do this right, and then I was trying to jump to that, but I forgot to sprint at the same time, so I just fell.
This will be a 4x4 chunk all the way down to bedrock.
I know what you're like. I know what you're like. You're like that.
I have half a heart.
Oh my god. So we're going to have 2 beautifully terraformed islands and then your bit.
What do you mean my bit? Alright, bear.
Just a chunk error.
And Galaxy is building a Mediterranean village. Galaxy plans on combining all the islands to build like a big Mediterranean village. So there's going to be no like massive buildings, but there's going to be lots of little buildings everywhere.
Did you jump out or something?
No,
I watched.
Just killed me.
Oh no. Alrighty, so I'm back at my base and I see a chest with payment for mending. I'm assuming this is from Spoopy? Yeah. Lovely. That brings our diamond total up to 8. Which is good because that means I can start getting enchanted tools now. I have been a very busy bear and I think that's going to have to be where we end today's episode. I'm going to continue trading with the guys behind me and hopefully in the next episode we might be able to work on our shop. I haven't come up with a good name for the shop yet, but I'm going to be having a good old long think about it. So thank you all very much for joining me and I'll catch you in the next one whenever that may be. Goodbye.